Yeah, I'm not liking the mage. To be honest, the mage is pretty bad. Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. The video we have for you today for the mobile corner is a game called 7Knights 2. Now, I am playing this game, this is a disclaimer, I'm playing this game because I am a 7Knights 1 veteran. I played that game a lot. I had all of the lords, all of the 7 knights. I had all their awakened forms. And so when I heard that this game was coming out, I was playing it specifically for a nostalgia factor. And the reason I say that is because this game probably may not be for most people. It's probably not going to be for everyone. For a lot of people, honestly, because of the combat style. Now, in the first game, 7Knights 1, as you know, it was auto combat for everything. The only thing you could really control were the skills. And let me see if I can move to an area where I know there are some fights, so I can explain the combat in 7Knights 2. Now, 7Knights 2 apparently continues from where the first game left off. If you beat the first game, you know about the situation with Evan and Karen. And in this game, things pick up now. Now, this ain't pick up where they left off. No, don't auto. But for the most part, this is what you will be doing is pretty much auto. Let's get rid of that tutorial. Most of the combat in the game is auto, just like the first game. Only now it's with extremely better graphics. So if you hit the auto button, okay, yeah, they're forcing me to use this. Well, I won't use that team then. I won't use. Well, they're making me use it anyway. Okay. Well, yeah, if you hit auto, as you can see, the combat starts out. Now you can hit this off button down here, and you can use the skills of the character you're focused on whenever they come up. Like now, I could tap this and use her skill. But she's a story character right now, so I'm not going to be able to use her later on. Let me turn auto off. You can also do manual, where you actually have to hold down the attack button and they will attack, and then you can use your skills whenever you want to. As you see here, I'm using with Karen. Now Karen, this is a legendary character, as you know. Let me stop combat right quick. Yeah. Change the camera angle. This is the awakened version of Karen from the first game. Now, the awakened version of Karen and Evan were extremely broken in the first game. They were really good. Also someone who was really good in the first game is Shane. So that's probably why you will see a lot of people with her in this game. You have an option to choose her, Eileen, which is one of the 7 knights. This character here, and you've probably seen her in my my video with when they did the 7 Knights collab in King of Fighters All Star. But this character in 7Knights 1 was extremely broken. I mean, she could solo raids on her own when awakened. So that's probably going to be why you're going to see a lot of people with this character. But yeah, for the most part, as far as combat and story is concerned, I usually stay on 3 so I can see the whole area, because there are times in fights where you will have to move out of AoE damage and all of that. But for the most part, I won't say it's a mistake, but I have been farming to the point now where I'm just able to auto everything in my current at the current story mode that I'm in. Currently, I'm on chapter 4. I'm not sure how many chapters it goes up to, but currently I'm on chapter 4, and I've been able to. But there are difficulty levels, and of course I'm still on easy, haven't unlocked normal yet. But yeah, that is for the most part the story mode. You pretty much go through this. Now they do have some cutscenes and stuff in the story. I'm not gonna show any here, just in case you wanna, go through the story yourself. It's so far as fully voice acted in English. So the English voice acting is good, I'll say, but there are some characters in here that are extremely, I won't say annoying, but like this character here is one of the daughters of the 7 Knights, and she's pretty much the main character in the game. So it would, and there are going to be some areas where you have to use her, like they force you to use her. So I would recommend at least keeping her at a decent level when you're going through the story mode. But she is the daughter of this 7 Knight here, Eileen. In my opinion, the best 7 Knight out of the group is, where is he at? This guy, Delone, from the first game anyway. From the first game, Awakened Delone's was awesome. There's Evan, who's also great. This is his Awakened form too. But I don't know if he's available to get in the game yet. And if you see, like, she's in a banner right now. This is, I guess, a stronger form than the Awakened. This is the legendary form of Shane. She's in the current banner, summoning banners now. I would not summon for this character for the sole purpose that you get rewards based on your account combat power. And if you look at the very end, I know it's a lot. You have to get 2 million combat power, but that's across all the characters on your account, not just the 4 in your team. And you will get a copy of Shane anyway. And you're also going to get a copy of the legendary Rachel, who in the first game was ideal for some of the guild events. But yeah, so aside from story, you also have other things you can do, like field exploration requires these maps. And basically this is a way for you to farm or experience weapons and character experience, account experience and character experience automatically. All they do, I don't want to spend any, well, I might as well. But you pick your team. Now what I do, since this one's combat power is just 11k, I go in here and I pick people who are, not as strong yet. So I would put him in the team. Definitely put Lynn in the team, because I just recently realized that she's required. Now I want to also build up Karen, who you get after logging in for 7 days. Right now she's probably the best healer in the game. She was the best healer in the first game. Very annoying in PvP in 7 Knights 1, mainly because she had abilities to where she would gain damage immunity and be able to revive her entire team and give them all damage immunity for like 1 or 2 turns. And that's all you really need to wipe a team out, is 2 turns. So yeah, she's definitely an OP healer. So when you hit this 30 button, it takes 30 maps to go in there. And pretty much all your team does is just go into this one area here and kill enemies. And you'll gain experience, and you'll gain weapons and all of that. You can see defeat 50 nearby enemies. So basically it's just a way to grind. And once you defeat 50, you can spend 30 more maps and go and do another 50. And you can set it to just run while you can just set it to run until all your maps run out, and your characters will, some characters, I mean, you level up pretty fast this way, but it all depends on the combat power of the area you're in. So these guys would level pretty quickly, I believe. As you can see, my tank is already about to die. But yeah, once you kill the 50, it'll ask you, do you want to spend another 50 to come in, or do you want to leave? If it's set to auto, it'll wait like 3 seconds and it'll enter again, regardless. So yeah, that's one way to, well, that's the way they have it set up for you to farm, level up your characters, and you can defeat bosses in here. The bosses will appear, and they can give you like extra stats and stuff. I mean, extra experience. But again, it's to me, I feel like this is also one of the issues with the game, is a lot of the ways to power up revolve around you leaving the game playing while you do something else. And that's one of the issues I have with Dragon Raja, is, you know, you in order to level up to go on to the next area, or just to level up period, you just leave it auto fighting in one area and you go do other stuff. And I've always questioned, like, what's the point, you know, in playing a game where you just watch. I mean, you don't even watch. You just sit the game down. Yeah, so it's done. You can choose the exit. I'm going to choose the exit. But as you can see, my dude leveled up, my tank leveled up from 3 to 7 after that run. He leveled up from level 3 to level 7. Lynn went from 8 to 10, and this guy went from 5 to 8. So yeah, I mean, the experience is pretty good. And you get those maps by going to this shop area, and you can buy them here. They every like 6 hours or so. Every time, like this time it refreshes in 5 hours. And they give you 100 maps. You can also get some pretty good weapons here, but right now I don't see any, so I ain't gonna do nothing in there. I'll get these XP potions, because that's another way to level up your team. But that's one way to grind. Like once you're done doing like, here you got missions, they have your dailies. Once you do your dailies and you don't feel like doing the story, or you've completed the story, that's the way you grind up your characters. And then they also have the Celestial Tower, which I don't think I'm equipped for right now. But you can do this to clear all the levels below it. I don't want to do it right now. I don't want to do this tower event. I'm not at a comfortable enough level to do this. Raid. There's a 4-person raid, and then there's a multiplayer version. Now in the 4-person raid, you just take your 4-person team and come in here and looks like it is not going to load. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm about to say, I don't know why it's taking a while to load, but I'm not gonna do the 34. Oh, I cannot. Oh, okay. Well, one good thing is once you do the raid, once you complete it, you have the option to auto-complete, which definitely is a help. Let me see here. But yeah, you can do these raids, and you can also do it in multiplayer mode, daily dungeon. And in the multiplayer version, you have to pick one character to be on the team. Like right now, I'm set on Shane, so I would be DPS in the 4-person team. And so if everyone picks Shane, or if everyone picks, you know, a DPS, then we would probably be in a lot of trouble, because this guy can do a lot of damage if you're not careful. There's also dungeons, like regular dungeons. This is where, of course, you get your gold from. You can go ahead and clear this on auto. What I really wish they would have done is like they do in I forgot the name. There's one mobile game where you can hit one button and it will auto clear all of the dungeons. But yeah, those are very important. But yeah, once you go in here, do all these dungeons, you can clear them out. But let me do one just to show you. Rune Temple. Actually, I'll do this last one because I haven't beaten this last one on the second 26,000 yet, which is Garuda, and I will do this one as now. Last time I did this, I got an A, and I got wiped out because of one stupid move. But I'm going to be Karen here so that I can get out of the AoE in time. Because if you get stuck in that AoE, it's an instant death. For some odd reason, yeah, you don't want to get hit by this either. If you get hit by that, you get hit with a whirlwind. And unless you have Rudy to get rid of AoE, she'll hit you with that move and then you'll be stuck on the ground. And then it's death for your entire team. I mean, the whole team gets wiped. So yeah, it is important to, you are going to have to move around sometimes when fighting in later on. And don't try and like power through, because when you're stuck, like, you can't move. Unless you use a ranged unit, it's over. Okay, so we beat her. But unless you use ranged units here that can hit from a distance, you'll be stuck in place and she'll just get to kill you no matter what. But yeah, so that shows you we'll have to move around. No, I'm leaving. But now that I beat it, they were pretty much telling me I had extra tickets I could use to do this multiple times. Let me see if they're still in there. Yeah, so I have 2 tickets up here at the top. I can hit clear, and it'll go ahead and clear it 2 more times and give me my potions. So those are the dungeons. Now the one thing that I enjoy the most so far in the game is the PvP, and it's mainly because of the music. I know that sounds pretty bad, or well, not bad, but it sounds dumb. Well, not dumb, but you know what I mean. The music, to me, because of the music, I don't care if I win or lose in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the music play out. Let these... Well, actually, no. I'm not going to do all 10 this time. We'll just do one battle, just to show you what PvP is like. Of course, just like in the first game, you can't choose who you attack. You can't even use the skills in PvP. Looks like this one might be a wash for them. Yeah, Shane is going to take the back row. But I mean, listen to that music, man. When you hear that, oh, wait a minute, we are... Is someone attacking Karen? No. No one's attacking Karen yet. Alright, so we're starting to whittle them down a bit, but they are not playing games. Alright, we finally got the first kill. We need one more kill because they are... Well, actually, Karen is making this a little bit easy for us because she heals and gives you a shield. I don't know why she's not healing Shane. But it doesn't matter because even if they die, she'll just res them. So. And at the end of the PvP, at the end of the fight, you can see over here on the right, they'll show you who did the most damage, who took the most damage, and who did the most healing. And obviously, Karen's going to have done the most healing here. Shane apparently tanked more than my tank here. So that's interesting. But yeah, that is PvP. So, and that is 7Knights. Now the only thing that I like better from the first game than the second is pretty much the microtransactions, right? Like once you go to the shop here, This is where you summon for characters, equipment, and pets. And in the first game, it was 150 rubies to summon 10 heroes. It was either 150 or 250. I believe it was 250 to summon 10 heroes, and it was 50 rubies for one hero. But in this game, it's 1,100 rubies for 10 heroes and 150 rubies for one summon. And on top of that, it takes a bit longer to level up your characters to max, which is 30. In the first game, you could farm rubies all day by just by getting characters from the stages and then just power leveling them to 30, and then you would get rubies every time they get max level. I have not received any in this game for that, so it doesn't look like you can farm rubies anymore. Of course, you got outfits in the shop, which I don't think are worth it. You won't have a chance to look at them when in combat or anything like that. So I don't see a point in that. And this pretty much is the the cash shop or the microtransactions area. As you can see, 90 bucks gets you 30, well, pretty much 4,000 rubies, which will give you 3 multi-summons. That's about it. So 90 bucks, 3 multi-summons. I don't think that is worth it. Now, if you're wondering how I got 6,000 rubies, I haven't spent any rubies on any of the summons so far. And I have not bought any out of the shop. If I were to buy anything out of this shop, it would be, where is it at? If I were to get anything out of here, it would be from the specialty area. And it would be this scenario milestone. So it's basically, if you beat the entire game on easy, for $27, you get 10,860 rubies. I think that's a pretty good deal when you consider it's 1,100 rubies per multi-summon. So, you get 10 multi-summons off of that. But I've been doing these beginner level quests. Where is it? Event. If you go to event, there's a guide tier 1 and a guide tier 2. The guide tier 1 gives you a whole bunch of rubies. And I can't show, oh, here it is, tutorial guide mission. It gives you all these rubies, and let me see, field exploration. I haven't completed it yet, but I've been completing a lot of those. And I've been completing a lot of the other bonus areas. Also, with PvP, as you can see, I'm 22-0 right now. If you go down here, you'll see that if I reach diamond, I'll get 1,000 rubies. And each one of these tiers gives you like 200 to 400. I think this one gave me 800. When I got gold, I got 800 rubies and 600 topaz. So that's how I've been getting rubies. I haven't spent them. I haven't spent on any summons yet.
About your fate.
Because they've been giving me tickets all throughout the event. So we're going to end the video off summoning on the Rudy banner. For some reason, they gave us a multi-summon in the mail yesterday. They gave me two multi-summon tickets. So that's why I'm at 39 on Rudy's banner right now. So let's see what we get. You'll know you get you know what character you get depending on where the candle stops at. Since it stopped at the top and not at the mirror, I'm getting a blue. A dupe of Lynn. Meh. Got 6 tickets to go. So yeah, wherever that candle stops, alright, it's another blue. I use him as a tank right now anyway, so that's good. Let's see. Hopefully I get something. Nope. And just like every other MOBA with a gacha system, they're gonna give you a ton of trash. And the reason why she's not useful anymore is because she was my healer, but now that I have Karen, or Karin as they call it in Japan, I never use this person because she doesn't do enough DPS. Okay, so we're getting somebody from here. We're getting somebody. I don't know if it's a legendary or not, but we're getting somebody because we reached the mirror. Let's see who it is. Now my choices will save the world. Oh, did they give me Rudy? Oh, they gave me Rudy. Rudy is the tank 7 Knight. This dude is very good. Nice. 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 I'll go ahead and take a screenshot of that. So we got one more ticket. We'll go ahead and use that, see what we get. Can we get a, well, let me not be greedy. We already got Rudy, so now I don't have to spend any of my, rubies in here. Unless I want to get a dupe of them. But, nah. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I would like to get Spike. Actually. Okay, so now that I have... Okay, yeah. So now that I have Rudy, I can switch it up and try to get Spike. Okay. Spike is also good because he has a lot of CC. With ice, he freezes the whole team in ice and just gives you a whole bunch of chances to attack. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. And that is pretty much 7Knights 2. And I'm pretty much going to tag this tank out for Rudy, obviously. Because Rudy is definitely going to replace him. And if you're wondering why, look at his combat power, 61, 65. That's with all this gear. And he's been upgraded twice. So what's Rudy's? 31 at 15. He's 31, 15. So once I level him up, he's definitely going to be worth it. So, yeah, I'm going to work on Rudy from now. I'm actually surprised they gave me a 7 Knight out of the summon. That's pretty cool. But yeah, again, so far I have not spent any money on the game. And I have this many rubies waiting on a banner, you know, waiting on a banner that... Now, this is another thing before I go. This is another thing to mention. They do have the paid and free ruby system. And again, the only thing that makes sense to me with paid and free rubies is that free rubies will not have as high of a chance to get banner characters as paid rubies. I don't see any other point to separating which rubies are paid for and which ones are foreign from the game. So I can only assume that if you paid, and this is just my assumption, but I'm assuming if you pay for rubies, you'll have a better chance of getting stuff out of the shop. Now don't take that as a guarantee. That's just my assumption based off of what it could possibly mean. But they do have paid and free ruby system in this game, just like King of Fighters All-Star. So just keep that in mind as well. But so far, again, the story has also been pretty good too. So yeah, I'm going to be playing this game. But again, for me, it's only out of nostalgia for 7Knights 1. I don't like the fact that you have to leave. Well, you can. I mean, most of the grinding and stuff is done leaving the game on and setting it to auto. But, you know, it is what it is. Seeing all the old characters back, all the old 7 Knights back, Karen's back, you know. And keep in mind, this was the strongest healer in the game in 7Knights 1. And she's one of the main characters. I like it when they let the main characters be significant in the game. So yeah, that's going to be it for this. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, consider liking and subscribing for more content on the channel and for more content in the mobile corner. And until next time, you guys know what to do. Always and forever, stay blessed.